Boy, I'll tell you what, the intro on this thing, no fucking joke. Straight up shooting up in the streets of Philadelphia. But that's how you need. How do I fix it? Alright, I give you I'm gonna buy a box of garbage bags, well, a bunch of boxes of garbage bags. This is start off, and I'm gonna have a truck run around town. And for every bag of trash you give me, I'll give you $1. You want a job? You want a job? You want a job? Hey, you know what? If they're gonna be there doing it, and I've seen 2 cops already, well, maybe $2. $2 a garbage bag, and you fill it up. You just walk up and down in here, fill up the garbage cans, at least clean it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's get started with that. Now, yeah, they're probably going to use it to buy heroin. Definitely going to use it to buy heroin. Kind of no getting around or meth or whatever the fuck this guy's on. But at least we'll have it cleaned up in here a little bit. You want your heroin, you're going to need that garbage bag. It does give you some context about the region. I mean, I would say I'm fortunate to be in Hancock, but I know I'd be making bank if I worked over there. Jesus, high probability that fucking I'm going to come out on top of the world. Over here is looking pretty good for me. No offense. No offense. Some of them look decent. I mean, I can't exactly go through here and pick them out. It could be nurture versus nature. I don't know. Born in rural, those things matter. I think it's fair to at least talk about the subject matter, about things that we have to deal with before we say everybody out here is high on something. It's a rough neighborhood, for sure. But what gravitates to that? Right? Lack of pay. But let's assume that you did have a decent job. The rent's going to be cheap, more than likely. If that's a reason to be in there, but it's going to have some high probability that you're gonna get into it at some point in time. It's definitely going to be around you. Like I said, I seen a cop. There was a guy shooting up right next to him, and I'm not saying it was the cop's responsibility. He is holding post about whatever they were in there for and what they were doing. But yeah, in short order, in a week, man, I'll have this whole area cleaned up by at least the end of the day. As a few, on $20. You know what I mean? This one guy's hour pay over here to clean it up. It's going to take them all day, more than likely, if I'm choosing correctly. Which is a great way to burn out that day. You don't get paid until you get the garbage bags full. Don't bother with the heavy stuff. I want paper. I want a paper-filled bag, just garbage and trash and everything like that. You probably have to do something later on. Put a plastic container over there. Ask one of them to fill it up with all the plastic and bullshit that's inside there. Of course they won't. You gotta train them a little bit in short order for the day. Roof is going down. Man. There you go, hon. Morning. No, we're losing her. It drives me crazy. What's wrong with you ladies? What the fuck's wrong with you ladies? Some of you are not horrible looking ladies. What are you doing? That one. That's what I want. You look about like the right weight class to be able to move some stuff around. Hey, if you know what, if that dude's got a PhD, I'll deal with it when I get there, but I doubt it. Definitely going to be a labor documentation here about just labor. Me, personally, I'm sticking Master Masons out there. This is your fuck up. This is your monkey. You unfuck it. If there's one lodge around here, oh, big brother. Oh, your ass, big brother. One is the middle of the day. Shouldn't you be working? we have to go through here. Regionally, I talk about it like school districts or police districts. I think police districts would be a better one. Whatever, there's more if there's more police stations, or less police stations than schools, if there's less schools than police stations, is about how you go about that thing for regional jobs, right? It's like, so when I go do the graphing about that building, whichever is actually a capable business worth doing something. I mean, obviously the dollar store and liquor store are going to be doing real good around here, but staff is kind of hard to indicate here. You're overthinking things. Definitely overthinking things. So, I mean, it's the same fundamental for my town over here. You know, I'm just going to be doing every stone mill that there's stationed about how many guys on average that they can handle, plus or minus whatever, if it's a specialty shop or something like that, seasonally and things like that. But still, you know, when you get into the big industrials, sometimes they don't have the business to back it up. So you kind of offset that ratio. It's like, I need certain sectors, and I'd rather you be inside of that sector and hire somebody for what is minimum, whatever the value is inside of there. Because let's be honest, minimum wage is arbitrary as a standard whole. I think it works as at least a base minimum to criterialize some of the information, and then we got to start skilling this off. I got to be honest with you. I got to be 100% honest with you. Until you clean up from this, I cannot have you doing that. I just really can't have you passed out like this unless you just got out of work, you know, off of the grind and the situation. Hey, I've been there at the back end of the stone mill, man. I'm telling you, pass right out. Down you go, especially when you're new into a site or something like that, and you're trying to show off, put it in there, get the work down. You know, that's something for real. But like I said, you know, I can't. In the dual diagnosis here, you know, I can do a lot of things for you. I can say, hey, you're a stable worker, you don't fuck around on a shop, you don't do any of those things. I mean, by calculus, I can tell performance ratings, inverse square law, whether you do heroin or not. But I can't tell you how fucked up you are based on that system. But I can certainly put you next to some really good workers and show you the number outputs. Find something that's stable, give them the mass gap over that position, station rosters, and things like that, which I'd imagine. I know the science is out there. It's just who uses it is a very different question entirely. You know, as we're going through this, like I said, we still want to clean up the garbage on the street. So, you know, I just seen one of them early in. He was asking, which guy was it? I think it was that guy right there. He's like, can I have a job, man? You got a job to give me? Bang! $2 a garbage bag of paper. Just paper, plastic, all the light stuff. I don't want you throwing big, bulky shit in a garbage bag and stuff like that. Just the little stuff, and I want you to clean up everything inside here. For every garbage bag you give me at the end of the day, I'll cut you out some money. By the end of the day, I'd have that area cleaned up. If it was just me, probation, parole, another good way to go about that. That's your job. Can't find a job, one will be issued you by the state. You know, we'll bring in garbage cans for the region, we'll send out a team out over there, and you're on a very short lease for what it is, but you get high return on that. That's service. That's good behavior and working on those things. You can't stay within those lines of management, and I'm real critical about my sharp guy and managers, master masons. I'm very critical about sharp standards and criteria. Remember, we're trying to improve this scenario. We're trying to get them motivated and give them some insight to choose a better path. Now, obviously, this is hit and miss on what it is, but out the front for this low-end stuff, just you got to give them test runs. You got to give them some kind of system inside here that says, look, that dude's obviously jacked. You know, it's going to be fine to move some stuff, especially pick up garbage. Give them some gloves. You know, I hate to admit it, but I'm sure you've at least experienced what, you know, needles are in the area. I've rattlesnakes in the backyard. I know how to handle it. I'm sure that's something that's within the scenario of what's going on around here. Now he's just doing loops. We've already seen this section. I've already seen this section before. I don't know if they're on the same day. I'm pretty sure that they're just making loops around the area. This might be attached to a bus.